Hey, how's it going? How's everybody doing? This is just going to be a quick, funny, wrapped up story about my life video. This is something that happened just a couple weeks ago. Cat fight. I just finished yelling at them too for fighting. But anyway, yeah. So this happened a few weeks ago, and I was out at the movies. I was actually seeing The Shining. The Shining. Jack Torrance. Jack Torrance, little boy version. But yeah, I was out seeing The Shining, and it was downtown Toronto with my friend Carrie, who I used to work with. But anyway, at this theater, it's the Carlton Cinema. It's kind of a popular, well-known little theater. It's been there forever. It's College and Bathurst if you're ever in the Toronto area, or if you're from Toronto and you don't go there, or it's there and you kind of forgot it's there. It's a good place. $5 for second run films, which I go almost every week. Great little place. But anyway, so they have a bar at this theater. You can buy beer, and a lot of people will bring stuff in with them. I'm not saying whether or not I have or do, but I do. But anyway, or I'll have something before. So anyway, we're watching The Shining. Keep in mind, The Shining is a longer film, and watching the movie and everything. And about halfway through, I got to take a leak, right? It's sort of inevitable. And it's not like I'm missing anything because I'd seen the movie multiple times. I've even seen it in the theater a couple of times. And it's one of my favorite, if not my favorite movie of all time. So anyway, I get up and I'd hurt was it my ankle? Yeah, it was my ankle or my knee. I can't remember what it was. No, it was my knee. And it was really, really achy. I actually went home from work early that day. So anyway, so I walked to the bathroom. Now, on the main level, there's the bathroom, the wheelchair, accessible handicap bathroom, whatever you want to call it. And then there's stairs that lead up to, just the regular bathrooms. So I'm like, my knee's aching. There's nobody here. Definitely, I don't see anybody that would need this washroom more than I do. So I decided to go in and use it, whatever. So I go in and I shut the door. At least I think I shut the door. And I'm doing my thing. I got, my junk hanging out and everything. And then I notice that the door is slowly opening. And it's a smaller bathroom. Like, it's big enough to get a wheelchair and that sort of thing in. But it's a one-person washroom, right? So it's not, the door's right here. And I'm looking. I'm like, what the hell? And I look, there's nobody there. So I push the door shut, thinking, okay, maybe I didn't shut it. So I continue, and the door starts to creep open again. I'm, what the fuck's going on? So I'm pushing the door, I'm holding it shut, and then I see on this side there's a square that you can push, and it's shutting the door. So at the same time, I'm holding the door shut, and I'm trying to hit this square at the same while everything's going on, and then I'm sort of still midstream. And when you really got to go, you really got to go, and it's hard to sort of just shut it off halfway through. So anyway, I got this going on here. I'm pushing this thing over here, and in the process, I slip back into my pants. So I'm holding the doors like this, holding the button. Next thing I know, it wasn't like a flood in there, but it's sort of doing its thing. And I'm trying to, I'm like panicking, like, shit, what is, and finally the door shut, door locks. And then I remove it from my pants and stop fighting. Guys, get along. But anyway, so now I'm not drenched or anything, but it's like, it wasn't like a total chaos mess in there, but it still went inside, and I'm just like, fuck. So anyway, I wash my hands up, and I'm looking, okay, it's not that bad. And then so I go back and I sit down. I don't say anything at this point. I'm just watching a movie. I sit beside her. I'm sitting. I'm like, and then, so now, and maybe it's mostly in my head, but I swear everything just stinks like pee. And I'm just like, oh my God. And there's still like 45 minutes of the movie left. I'm just like, okay, I really hope that she can't smell it. The people, there wasn't anyone else really close to us. It's, second run theater. So when it's those kind of movies, sometimes there's be a bunch of people and sometimes there might be 3 or 4 people in the whole cinema. But there was no one sitting around us. She's sitting beside me now, and it's all I'm thinking in my head now at this point. It's like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, everything smells like pee. Oh my goodness, everything stinks. So anyway, the movie ends and I'm just kind of just sort of pretend to get my stuff together, but I can't really smell it, but in my head I can smell it. As gross as it sounds, but it's still kind of funny. So we're outside and we're sitting there just chatting for a bit. We're sitting there's like a little cement thing, like I don't know, just I don't know what purpose it serves. It's just a big chunk of cement outside the building on College Street. We're just sitting there chilling, talking for a bit. And in my head, I'm just like, oh my God, there's no way she can't smell pee right now. Now it is downtown Toronto, and we're near a little like sort of alleyway, so I could be smelling that because if you know, excuse me, any big city where there's a lot of people and a lot of bars, Toronto, New York, LA, wherever, right? All these big cities where there's going to be a lot of people peeing outside. And so I'm thinking, maybe, it's that, but it's all I'm thinking in my head, like, oh crap, I can't. And she's like, oh, you want to hang out? You want to, like, maybe we'll get a drink or something. Like it hadn't gotten to that. I would have suggested, let's go grab a beer after the movie and shoot the shit or whatever. Cause we are friends. Like we've known each other for a while at this point. And, and it wasn't like a date, we're just friends. But anyway, I was trying to I got to go, and it was still early in the last subway leaves from downtown going to North York to my area, I think around 1:45. So there was still time in there. And there's also the they call it the blue line, or they call it the vomit comet actually, because it's the one that goes from the bus that goes from downtown all the way to North York, where my area. And it's usually full of drunk people at that time of night. So it's nicknamed the vomit comet. So anyway, I'm like, oh, I gotta get some. She goes, so wait, you got like an hour still? And I'm just like, yeah, and oh crap, I forgot. I told Tracy I'd feed the cats. The poor things haven't eaten all day. Any excuse just to get out of there because I just felt so disgusted at myself. And then I went home, and then I think of it, the next day I texted her and I told her the truth that I peed myself accidentally in the washroom and all I could smell was pee. And she's like, oh, I didn't notice. I'm just like, yeah, I did. And it was kind of grossing me out and I was just kind of embarrassed. So, and I didn't want to say anything. So anyway, she thought it was funny and got past it or whatever. But it was just kind of one of those funny things. Like just picture the idea of like, I'm in the bathroom, urinal's there, trying to hold the door shut with one hand, hitting this square on the wall to make the door shut with the other hand. Well, mid flow kind of goes back into my pants and just kind of does what it does. I did stop it, but the damage was already there. And so it was just a funny little story. Yes, I peed my pants in the movie theater. So yeah, that's something anytime you see videos of me, you go, that's the guy who peed his pants. Yeah. 50 years old and he still wets his pants. But anyway, thank you for watching. If you've had any silly, funny stories, similar stories, feel free to comment below. If you haven't subscribed already, if you want to do that, just help me get to 1,000 subscribers. It's not a monetary thing because I'm not monetized. I'm just doing this for fun. And it's just a little personal goal for myself. And I always get back to comments. And I guess until the next one, thanks for watching. Bye.